Welcome back. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Y'all already know, got that coffee on deck. If y'all new here, subscribe to the channel. Today we gotta have a serious conversation, y'all. I told you I wasn't playing this morning. Before we get to 2K, we gotta have this conversation. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let some more folks walk up in the building before I start going full speed ahead, because this is gonna go fast. It's gonna go real fast. Shout out to everybody who hit me like, yo, I'm interested in tomorrow morning's video, tomorrow morning live stream, because it's about to get real. It's about to get real scary, y'all. It's about to get real scary today. Today we're gonna talk about a lot of things that some of y'all guys may or may not know, and I've been speaking on this for the longest time. Debo, top of the morning. What up, my boy? You know, I think that we live, and I'm gonna be very careful because I'm just starting off early in the morning. As you see, I haven't even sipped my coffee yet, so I gotta make sure I control myself. But we live in a clown world, y'all. We live in a clown world. We live in a world where we say 40 is the new 20, and things like, you ask people, what is a man? And they'll give you a definition, but the minute you say, what is a woman is whoever she decides to be. It's her own personal choice. Like, we live in a clown world, y'all. And it's time that we just start, we have to start getting back to the way things were intended to be. And I will tell you this, y'all. This is why I keep telling y'all, and I'm always gonna tell y'all this. Dating is dumb. Dating is dumb, fellas. Dating is for women. That's why they love it. But listen, some of women's favorite lines is, I'm just dating. Why? Because all the benefit, fellas, today you're gonna learn why you gotta stop paying for the first date. Fellas, this is not going to be a popular stream. Fellas, I want y'all to sit tight. This is not going to be a popular stream. This is not going to get the 10K to 5K views that all my other videos get, because today's video is going to bother some people. But while I'm sipping on this coffee, I'm going to let Coach Greg, shout out to Coach Greg. I got a chance to speak to this man a few times back in the day. He gave me some good advice that I still follow. Good morning, Brooks. What up? We're gonna dive right in. I'm gonna let this man talk while he gets to the main event, and I start sipping on this coffee. I appreciate everybody tuned in. Let's dive right into business.
Damn it. All right, anyway, it's an evil world we live in.
It's an evil world we live in.
Okay, here we go. It's an evil world we live in. This woman says, what does she say right here? She's okay, this goes along with the free agent lifestyle. This woman's going to say, there's great pride in doing things by yourself, like going to the movies, potentially traveling, all right, and going out for a nice meal. But she says there's still loneliness in doing so. Let's see what she has to say.
There's such a trend right now of people going out and doing things by themselves. Yes, don't get me wrong, it's amazing. It's an amazing skill to have. Nobody talks about the loneliness that you feel after you get done doing said activity, being there by yourself, being surrounded by people that are there with their friends, with their partners. There's a good side and a bad side to it. Nobody talks about just like the sadness you might feel after. I've done it so many times, and I always get like this pit in my stomach where I'm like, wow, I'm glad that I did that and I had the confidence to do that. It's just kind of lonely. Like,
let's fellas, I can't even get through the video without even saying something. Fellas, there isn't a trend of women doing things by themselves. Fellas, what's happening is men are refusing to pay. Men are getting smarter. Men are learning. You know what? There's no benefit in me going out there dating women that aren't on my program. So this is a coping mechanism. What, fellas, ready? Hear me out. He goes, yo, true, I watched that NY lawsuit last night. Shout out to you. Yeah, I noticed that when I was streaming, I had like 300 views. I woke up this morning, it shot up to like 600. It was that's why I do these streams, because I know people like to watch it later on at their time, at their leisure, which is perfectly fine. That's why I always say these streams aren't going to be the popular ones, even though I'm giving out valuable information. I like to do these lives, so in case one day people can be like, yo, damn, True did say that. Yo, True said that. Yo, True dead said that. You know what I'm saying? So now let's get back into this, right? So what's happening is, it isn't a trend, y'all. Fellas, the trend is this. Shout out to Coach Greg. The trend is men are starting to value their alone time. Men are valuing doing things by themselves. So what happens is, it's forcing women to have to do things by themselves. Fellas, I want you to understand something. Women would not go on dates if it wasn't for you. Why? Because when they go on dates with you, you're probably the one that's paying. You're the one that's probably spending the money. She's just tagging along. This is another reason why I always tell you, fellas, stop telling women, hey, I want to take you out. Stop saying that. I've been telling you fellas this for the longest time. Stop telling women, yo, I would like to take you out to a restaurant. Don't tell them. You know what you're going to say? Hey, on Friday, I'm going jet skiing with my fellas. Hey, Saturday morning, me and a few of my guys, we're gonna go to the range. You're more than welcome to come. The invitation is open for you. You see, the invitation is open for you. See, because when you invite a woman out, it's supposed to be her experiencing your world, not you trying to impress her. This is a problem. This is the problem that a lot of y'all guys are going through. But let's keep rocking and rolling, because y'all guys are misunderstanding that, like, even like the whole thing, like the last time we had a conversation where the lady was like, the cheese factory, don't you dare take me to the cheese factory. That's because you guys have given women this illusion that you're trying to impress them. I'm going to the Cheesecake Factory. Would you like to come? Fellas, and the thing is, a lot of y'all guys are afraid to handle women like that because y'all afraid of losing out on an opportunity. Fellas, hear me out. And I hope, fellas, I never have to say this shit again. He goes, been with mine 12 years. I'm 31. Dating day over. But you speaking facts. It's a fact. He goes, True dropping that old man with that old man knowledge. It's a fact. Appreciate it. Hear me out. I want you to understand something. Listen to me, y'all. The finest women, fellas, I've been around some fucking fine ass women in my life. I'm talking about like you be like, girl, like, bro, hear me. I've seen some of the most beautifulest women in the world, and I've seen how men react to them. But let me tell you something. The hottest women on planet Earth, bro, they're so understanding. They so chilled. They're so willing. The hottest women, fellas, if you see a smoking hot woman, walk up to her and be like, you know, you are something else. What do you mean? What do you mean? Go up to an average chick and be like, you know, you are something. Boo, boo, you corny. Because she's expecting to be impressed. Fellas, the real hot women, they know they're the ones that gotta impress you. That's why they stay in their feminine position. They always stay feminine. Y'all not hearing me. Y'all not hearing me though. It's cool. Y'all emotional. I'm gonna keep letting this lady talk. Let's keep letting this sipping on some coffee.
There's such a trend right now of people going out and doing things by themselves.
By the way, I was ahead of the trend. Many men were ahead of this trend. Now it's become the norm. And understand the difference between doing it, a trend, and a norm.
Yep.
These are all different things. I put out a video once and I said how men dining out has become the norm. And of course, men disagreed. I've been doing it for 15 years. Well, it certainly was not the norm.
Right.
Right. You just did it.
Right.
All right, you did it, and you probably faced ridiculed and was laughed at and called a loser. All right, so the fact that you were ridiculed and potentially felt some sort of social repercussions mean it wasn't a norm. All right, and
that's another thing. That's why I've been telling y'all fellas. Listen, if you guys follow me on IG, y'all know I've been saying this for like 7 years. If y'all new here to the channel, I appreciate y'all guys being here. Subscribe to the channel. Y'all already know. I want you guys to understand. Right? Hear me out. I've had women that I've dated, hung out with, chilled with, got involved with, tell me if more men handled their situation the way you handle being a man in a relationship, less women would feel the need to try to get over on y'all. The problem is a lot of y'all guys are scared. Like, chill, but she bad. She bad. I'm trying to smash. Fellas, there are too many women that are interested in me to be worried about one that maybe I want to get when there's 5 here that I'm cool. Fellas, you should only be interested in the women that are looking for you. Fellas, listen to me. Listen to me. You got to take a woman on a date. Listen to me. You spending the money. You got to impress her. You got to keep the entertainment going. You got to do all of this. Fellas, what is she doing? What does she... Fellas, first of all, has that woman even earned the right to be in your presence? So you think because she just looks good, that automatically puts her... Fellas, let me tell you something. A chick being beautiful doesn't automatically put her in my presence. In fact, she's in my crosshairs. A beautiful woman, she's in my crosshairs. Because I promise you this, I'm going to be the aggressor. She's going to understand that she has 0 power in my presence. Oh, listen, if you're not on my program, then you're off my program. If you're not on my program, then you're off my radar. Listen, we're going to do this the way I'm doing this. The way I'm giving this to you. As this stream continues to go on, you guys are gonna sit here and be like, yo, this is great. Watch. Fellas, men have been doing this for years. It's now just becoming popular. Men have for years been going to the bars by themselves having a drink. How many of y'all have done that? Let's be clear. He was a fact. Dudes be scared. Dudes be scared. Yeah, they be scared to stand their ground. He said it's something in the water. It might be. Let's keep going.
As you can see in my title, why courting will never become the norm again. All right,
Never.
The norm. That means the normal, meaning the greater society does it. All right, and so in this situation, she's talking about the loneliness that you may feel when you go to the movies by yourself and come back, when you go out and eat by yourself and come back. In fact, that feeling alone prevents people from doing it.
Yep.
And particularly women, they simply don't want to do something like this because, yes, it is lonely. Listen, there's no solutions. There's only trade-offs. You got to accept the trade-offs in doing things. And again, somebody even said in the comment section, the longer you do it, the less you'll have that feeling.
Yep.
And in fact, it's almost better. I talked about this in the free agent lifestyle of being able to do it and why, what are the trade-offs of going with people versus the trade-offs of going it alone. And so, yes, that's part of the game. You got to learn how to deal with it. It's kind of like when you go outside and you first, shout out to my vloggers and my...
Let me give y'all guys a quick example. Have y'all guys ever noticed, those are my fellas who have kids, and those are my fellas who don't have kids. Maybe you could just sit back and enjoy the fact that we're going to give you some facts right now of life that maybe you never got a chance, or maybe your family never put you on to. A lot of you guys come to me, and I get it that y'all guys didn't have your uncles and your fathers, but let me put y'all guys onto game. The same way how you go ahead and get a woman pregnant. Naturally, when that baby arrives, she's gonna feel like she's gonna dive herself into that child. She's gonna want to work less. She's gonna want to be home with her child. But what's gonna naturally happen to your brain? You're gonna be like, I gotta go harder. I got a child now. See, now, listen, why wasn't you on that mindset before the child? I gotta go hard. See, because there are things that happen that your body just can't fight. Your body just can't fight. It is what it is. So he goes 100% black owned commercial gets me every time. There are certain things that naturally trigger you. Ready? That's why I went to school to study social science. There's a reason for that. That's why when y'all hear me say certain things, I can read somebody's comment in the comment section and I could automatically know where that came from. It's called social science, right? I want to know why things happen. Like, if this happens, why do we do this? Why do women do that? Ready? I always told you guys, ready, the minute you break a girl's heart, that's why you had a little dick. That's the first thing. That's the why, because now she's hurt. So she has to try to stab you on the way out. On the way out, she gotta be like, you got a little dick and you broke and you didn't know what you did and I smashed your friend That's social science. That's her being emotional. But now, if you react to that, you lose. Justin over here laughing. No, see, because y'all guys know what I'm saying is hitting y'all. But thing is this. The problem with y'all fellas is this. Your job is not to understand women. Y'all don't want to hear this shit. I should just stop the stream. Y'all don't care about this information. Fellas, your job is not to understand women. Your job is to believe. No, it's cool. No, it's cool. No, I know you was laughing. It's cool. Hear me. Your job is to believe. He goes, talk facts, big dog. I just know you a good dad. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I try my best. Hear me out. Your job is not to understand women. Your job is, fellas, women are cats, we're dogs. Why you think a dog is a man's best friend? Why? You walk into the house, that dog is wagging his tail, that shit's excited, is licking on your face. Don't let your fucking dog lick on your face. I'm sorry. That's fucking disgusting. That's disgusting, y'all. Let's just get this out of the way. That's just fucking disgusting. But hear me. But women love cats. Most women love cats. You wanna know why? Because it matches their personality. When a cat wants you to touch them and hug them and kiss them, they come to you. They come under your arm and they do all this shit here. And then when they done, what happens if you try to go give a cat love? It runs away. It's like a woman. When you, fellas, women should be chasing you. Fellas, listen to me. What sense does this make? Imagine this. Imagine this. Yo, boo. Yo, when you free, when can I see you, ma? Yo, I want to see you. Let me know. You know what I'm saying? You sitting here singing her love songs. I need love. When I'm alone in my room, sometimes I stare at the wall. So now listen, now imagine you calling a woman to spend money on a woman. Fellas, a woman should be reaching out to you. Hey, I'm free Saturday. Are you available? If you're really available, then go hang out. Fellas, if you're not available, don't change plans. Don't sit here and be like, I probably could reschedule it. Nah. Yeah, I'm busy. I'm busy in the morning. I could probably do the evening time. Are you good with that? Oh yeah, I'm cool. Why, fellas? Because women that want to be next to you, they want to hang out with you, they're going to reach out to you. Remember, fellas, fellas, listen to me. I got $1,000. I got $1,000. For any man that walks outside today and you don't see one fine woman, I got $1,000 that none of you niggas, not one, will go outside and not run into somebody that's fucking cute, beautiful, gorgeous. I got 1,000. Women want attention on social media. Hear me. I got 1,000. But then I got 1,000. Then I got 1,000. We're gonna flip it. I guarantee you would have an easier time finding a beautiful woman out there than she would ever have finding somebody who's willing to provide like you. I got 1,000. How you want to do it? How you want to pay me? I got Cash App, I got Venmo. If you need me to go get eBay, if I gotta go get fucking PayPal, how you want to pay me? How you want to pay me? That's all I need to know. How you want to pay me? You know, I don't smoke cigarettes, so you can't pay me in cigarette crates and all that shit. How you gonna pay me? I don't want no crypto dollars. I don't want none of that shit. How you gonna pay me? I just got goosebumps. Pay attention. Somebody like you can't be replaceable. Hear me out. You know what it is? When my wife told her mother, this man can't be replaced. This man's wisdom, his knowledge, what he has in his brain alone, I can't replace him. Nobody taught me this. He taught me. He put me on the game. Fellas, pay attention, man. Let's keep going.
YouTubers, you know what it's like when you take
definitely
pictures in public
to me right
you're
now.
doing Instagram,
I got you. I'm gonna keep
pictures
talking.
and selfies, or you're doing a vlog in public. It feels crazy. It feels like you're crazy. People look at you like they don't know what you're doing. Some people might want to jump in front of the camera. Some people ignore you. Some people walk in front of your camera. Like, people act like it's weird to see you doing it. However, we watch people do it all the time. Like, the other side of it, once you produce it and you edited it and you put it on the internet, people are watching you doing it. They know you're doing it. But in public, it feels awkward. It feels weird. And people might treat you like you're a weirdo. What are you, recording yourself? What are you doing? Don't get me in the camera. Like, that's the same thing. You do feel weird and awkward busting a camera out with a big microphone and lighting. You feel crazy as hell doing it.
Like the other day when I was in Balloon Fiesta. Yeah, I don't think that people were taking pictures and all that. But because I was streaming, people were like, you've been holding your camera for a while. Like, what do you... I'm streaming. You're streaming? Like, yeah, like... Fellas, hear me out. Nothing makes me uncomfortable. Fellas, I keep telling you guys, hear me. The best advice I could tell you is this. Fellas, stay dangerous and learn to be uncomfortable. Fellas, I told y'all, at least 2-3 times out of the week, I purposely sleep on my couch. Fellas, I have a king size purple mattress. King size. Comfy as... Every time I lay on that thing, I feel like I'm on the air. Hear me. But being fellas, comfort makes you lose. Comfort makes you lose. Fellas, sometimes don't eat. Sometimes don't eat. Don't eat. Make yourself uncomfortable. Why? Because if you're not adaptable, you lose as a man. As a man, you lose. You become soft. And lack for a better word, you become a little bitch. So, I just wanted to say it like that. I'm sorry. It just felt, that's how I originally wanted to say it. But I'm trying to be professional. At the same time, I'm still trying to give it to you guys raw. You guys gotta understand, y'all have to learn how to stay dangerous, and you as a man gotta learn how to stay uncomfortable. He goes, facts. Can't get complacent. Yep. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. Never get comfortable, bro. Never get comfortable. Never. Ready? That's why I love the fact that even right now I'm on live stream. My wife was up before me over here. I've been up since 6:30. I thought the trash and all, like, do my man shit. I want you to understand something. My wife is up right now working out. Now we have the luxury of having a gym in both two houses. We have a gym in the garage. That's a luxury. I'm not saying you have to have a gym in your garage. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is the fact that we have one, she uses it. I should be using the motherfucker too, and I definitely need to start doing that. But why? Because she's never comfortable. She always wants to remain attracted to me. Because once you get comfortable and you feel like you don't have to, the next thing you know, that's how things fall apart. But let's keep going though. He goes, real talk. He goes, Gone said 100%. Prison taught me that. That's fire. I appreciate you admitting that. You know what I'm saying? Because most men don't understand. You have to remain uncomfortable. You have to remain uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? The minute you get comfortable, bro, you're going to slip. You're going to slip.
Okay, you feel crazy as hell, but when you go back home and you know this is going to be a vlog, you like, shit, it was worth feeling crazy. It's the same thing when you actually go out and start going to the movies by yourself. People might look at you like, what? The way you can get around it is go to a matinee, all right? Don't go to a regular viewing, prime time Friday at 8 o'clock. All right, don't go to the 9 o'clock movie on Friday where everybody goes with their dates. All right, that is a way around it. So other than that, yeah, it does feel awkward, but you got to get around that awkwardness. Let me show you an example of me doing a vlog where that happens. All right, let me show you right here. Check this out. It's a great hotel, and it was the first hotel that I've ever stayed in when I stayed in Oahu. I've never stayed in it again. It is on the beach side, so when you walk outside, you're right there on the beach. Fantastic. Let me go. All right, so look at the couple behind me. All right, so you can bear. All right, it says right here, this is why. Okay, let's see what this woman says.
Why there are more and more single women now, because more and more women are high achieving. And if your motivation is to get married and have kids, and that's your only motivation, you're going to find a partner early and that's it. You job done, keep going. But if your motivation isn't necessarily that, if you want to go on to university, get your career sorted and then turn around and have kids, say, where is he? Well, he's not there because he's already been taken up by everybody else.
Now, fellas, pay attention. It's about to get real. I'm gonna hurt somebody. I'm gonna hurt somebody's feelings, y'all. I'm about to hurt somebody's feelings. Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. He says, it's all luck, true. Whether one finds a good woman or not. That's not true. That is not true. He goes, it's up to her to quit entertaining other dudes. Most attractive women are entertaining a few dudes. Well, I will say this. It's definitely not luck. It is not luck. I want you to understand. So you ready? Hear me out. Ready? Hear me out. When we tell men, ready? Y'all guys know. For those who've been around long enough to watch me and see me, and I've done videos, I want you to understand. When I was brolic, when I was diesel, when I was big, y'all guys know I was taking some shit that I shouldn't have, but it is what it is. When I was big, when I was brolic, I want you to understand something. I understood very early. Being physically fit, it helps you a lot with women. But you want to know why I don't like saying it's luck? Because look what you just said. And this is what I'm trying to change niggas' minds about. But I'm happy you said it. I'm not coming at you back. I want you to understand. Thank you. I appreciate you for saying that. But you said it's all luck, whether one finds a good woman or not. It's up to her to quit entertaining. No. Fellas, women decide who they sleep with. You decide who you marry. This is the reason why I tell you guys, we are the ones that they want. They want us. It's your job to be what women want. That's not luck. That's you doing the hard work. See, hear me out. And the only reason why I can't let you off the hook with that line is because then other men are gonna think that they can just get away with murder. We're not doing that. The part is this. Us as men, we gotta do work. We gotta go educate ourselves. We gotta become better. We gotta learn how to dress, learn how to shave. Fellas, ready? Let me give y'all guys a tip. I know I'm gonna hurt some of y'all feelings right now. It's cool. Don't worry. I'm gonna lose some subs today. Did you guys know that studies show women find it attractive when you know how to shave yourself? When you know how to maintain yourself? Did you know that? Most men don't know how to shave themselves, how to maintain themselves without going to the barbershop. Now, I've been shaving since I was 11. But let's be clear. When women see, ready? Watch this. Fellas, don't cap, don't front, because I could tell by how fast you time, how fast your messages come. Put a thumbs up if you know how, put a thumb down if you don't know how. How many of you guys know how to do a master cuff? Because I'm going to show you guys something. Some of you guys, y'all just don't know. Y'all don't know. Some guys don't know. But the problem is this. You guys don't want to educate yourself. You see, y'all guys expect women just to, I'm the fucking Don. I'm the man. No, you're not. No, you're not. Because women will be coming at you. No, you're not. You're not the man. You're not the man. He goes, I've been shaving since 12, so I understand. One told me it was the truth. I'm telling you, like when women see that they get in just they doing their hair and all that, and you sitting here like this, straight blade. Then I'm like, oh, you think yeah, I do my own shit. I'm a grown ass man, girl. Little things like that, it makes you more attractive to women. Ready, fellas? Some of y'all guys don't know how to put on cologne. That shit is sad. That shit. Some of y'all guys don't know how to properly put on cologne. Remember how I told you guys in one of my other streams where I said when you go to the after work spot, make sure you put on a nice little white collar shirt, a blazer. I remember I said don't put a wife beater on underneath your shirt. Why? Because if you don't know why I said don't do it, then you just don't know. You don't want to educate yourself. You don't want to go put yourself on the game. We're not gonna get into that right now. He goes, Mr. G True. He goes, yeah, that makes sense, True. I have been dating a lot since my last relationship ended, and it seems like it's harder to go. Bro, hear me. Thank you, yo, Bat. Thank you for at least being honest, because there are people here, young, old, and they need to understand this. I want you guys to understand something, right? Like, and you're gonna understand why dating is dumb. Fellas, I got a stream for y'all today. I got time this morning. I woke up early on purpose just to do this for y'all. Ready? My wife hit me yesterday. She said, hey, I'm gonna get my nails done tomorrow. I said, no problem. Go do that. My wife knows how to maintain herself. Ready? Me as a man. Now, as far as with my weight, I'm working on that right now. Now, y'all guys do know, my wife is a great cook. I don't blame all of it on her, but I blame a lot of it on her because, listen, she fucking cook and I eat. I eat what she served me. You know what I'm saying? Now, that's a shitty ass excuse, but it makes me feel good at the moment. You know what I'm saying? It makes me feel good, but I'm still working on my weight because I want to get fit for her too. You know what I'm saying? Stockton says, it's a lot of dudes out here with bad hygiene. Most of them don't even, you ready? He said most of them had no fathers in the house. And this is why I do these streams. Y'all ready, fellas? Even like when I tell you guys, do you guys know that you're supposed to shower with hot water to clean off the dirt? And then you're supposed to gradually cool the water off and let the water hit your body to close your pores. Have you ever noticed that Have you ever showered with really hot steam in the shower, and then you come out the shower, you dry off, you feel like you dried off, and the minute you go outside, you don't feel like your clothes is like sticking onto you? That's because you guys are not turning the water cold. See, y'all don't understand, fellas. I want y'all to understand something. And you want to know who I learned this from? Y'all guys know when I was back in New York City, I worked for the Department of Homeless Service. There was this real big overweight woman. I said, why every time you come out the house, you smell like Tide, leaving and coming home? How do you leave and come home and smell like Tide? And she was like, well, I'm going to tell you a trick for being somebody who's big. You're supposed to do this, X, Y, Z. And I learned that when I was 25 years old. 25. From a woman. It's crazy. Sometimes you guys got, and ready, fellas, if it's a really, really, really hot day, did you guys know that? And I don't think some of y'all guys do know that. Do you know how, Joe, if you read your deodorant, don't lie. Some of y'all niggas are gonna lie. Don't lie right now. Some of y'all niggas be like this. Don't lie. Don't lie. Don't lie. Cause I'm on live stream. Your deodorant's supposed to go like this. And in most cases, you're not even supposed to be wearing deodorant. Ready, fellas? You're supposed to be shaving your body hair like the, now, not all the time, cause not everybody has bad body smells, but you're supposed to replenish your skin. Ready? And also, like, your diet, whatever you eat determines how you're gonna smell on the outside. Same way how, you know, when people are alcoholics, they drink a lot, they could just go out. Listen, they could be sober, not have drank a drink in 2 weeks, and they reek of the alcohol smell. That's because that's what's in their system. Y'all don't understand. Let's keep going. I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings.
The results of it are going to have way more lasting effects, all right, than necessary. All right, so this woman then says right here, it's an evil.
Now, let me say this. My pops, my real father, I didn't learn from him, but I did learn from my step pops. You know what I'm saying? I learned how to do my own beard. I know how to fix a tie. I know how to do a bow tie. I know how to clean shoes. I know how to iron pants. I know what pants are supposed to have crease and what pants don't have crease. Fellas, did you know that? Did you guys know that? Hear me out. A lot of people, like, people are watching how you dress when you go out to these events. He goes, nah, man, don't worry. You teaching everyone. Good lesson. I appreciate you, dogs. I appreciate, yeah, sometimes people get a little butthurt. You know what I'm saying? My stepfather put me on the game. And if I'm being frank, not even, I have brothers. Yo, I have brothers and men in my family, and they didn't teach me. My stepfather, Kenny, put me on to game, show me how to dress, show me how to, but wait till we get to courtship, because I'm going to put y'all guys on the game, B, because when I was young, I was courting women, but oh my God, wait, this is going to be a good one.
You see how people be acting?
It's an evil world we live in.
You got to see how people be acting? All right, it says right here, this is why, okay, let's see what this woman says.
Why there are more and more single women now, because more and more women are high achieving.
Now, remember I told you guys, women only have two choices in life. They could have a husband or they could have a career. Remember I told you that on the last stream last week on Sunday. I said women only have two choices. You could have a husband or you could have a career. This is how it's designed, fellas. As women get older, life makes decisions for them. This is why I tell you guys, stop getting mad, fellas. Stop getting mad at women because they get blessed early in life. Ready? We all grew up with that hot chick in our neighborhood, 15, 16. All the guys was chasing her and it seemed like everything was going well for her. But as she got older, fellas, there are women that I used to try to talk to that I'm like, I'll be looking at God like, yo, you my nigga, you my nigga, son, you my nigga. I talk to him like, you know you my dog, right? I look at these chicks now, I'm like, yo, you. I be looking up like, Who seen that movie Analyze This, where Robert De Niro was like, you're good, you're good, you're good, like, cause now I see what I thought that was being prevented. He wasn't hurting me, he was helping me. He goes, and to fix uneven facial hair and daily, and it's right. Good teacher from home. Yep. Like even my son, I be showing my son, when my son comes here, yo dad, I want to get a haircut. First clean this up yourself. Look, use the mirror, hold the mirror, line it up. Do you my beard, I do my own shit. I don't let no barber touches me. But now fellas, back to this. Look what she said. She said, why are there more single women? Because women are high achieving. Pay attention.
And if your motivation is to get married and have kids, and that's your only motivation, you're going to find a partner early and that's it. You job done, keep going. But if your motivation isn't necessarily that, if you want to go on to university, get your career sorted and then turn around and have kids, say, where is he? Well, he's not there because he's already been taken up by everybody else. And men traditionally don't like dating high achieving women unless they're high achieving themselves. So you've got even less of a pool to choose from. So
women lose value when the looks go away. Well, that is true. That is true because a woman's beauty is her number one agency. That is true. There's a reason why God designed the woman to be beautiful. When you see all these hips and these curves, you go crazy. Fellas, hear me out. That's why when I see my wife, there are times like little things that she does, like she'll smile or she'll smirk or she'll do, and it's just like, man, like there's something about it. Yo, sub, I appreciate that dono, man. Thank you so much. I want you guys to understand, women are supposed to motivate you, not only visually, spiritually, different things. And yes, though you're the head of household, but she's supposed to keep she's responsible for keeping that spirit calm of yours, keeping that dog in the inside. Why? Because she's not trying to raise your blood pressure. She's trying to lower it for you. You feel what I'm saying? But now look what this lady said.
So the answer for the women is to think outside the square and think, right, okay, do I really need the guy who's got the degree? So then you have to change your wish list a little bit and think, okay, I'm not gonna be as rigid with my must-haves, and isn't kindness, generosity, sense of humor, attractiveness,
Oh, fellas, y'all all remember that lady, right? Hold on, let me see if I can find it for y'all real fast. Cause I want to hurt your guys' feelings again. I want to hurt you guys. I want to hurt you. I'm sorry. I want to hurt you. Because in case you guys never seen this dumbass video, I want to hurt your guys' feelings again. Hold up. And that's you, lady. I want to hurt you. I want to hurt you. Fellas, I'm gonna hurt y'all in 45 seconds. I'm gonna hurt y'all in 45 seconds. I'm gonna hurt all of you in 45 seconds. If you don't feel disrespected after this video right here, if this doesn't change your mind on how you want to deal with women, nothing will. Listen to this manipulative, hurtful shit, and I'm gonna break it down.
Secret that many guys don't know, especially in today's day and age, is that women love nice guys. We may not understand how much we love and appreciate them until we're a little older, and we've gotten that sort of asshole phase out of our systems. I'd say by our late 20s, early 30s, is the point in our lives when we're just exhausted by the jerks and we have no time in our lives anymore for them. So we really start looking for men who we know will be great long-term partners, aka nice guys, right? And that's you. And
fellas, did y'all just, fellas, fellas, y'all wasn't paying attention.
And here's a secret that many guys don't
Here's
know,
a secret.
especially in today's day and age, is that women love nice guys.
Love.
We may not
nice
understand how much we love and appreciate them until we're a little older, and we've gotten that sort of asshole phase out of our systems. I'd say by our late 20s, early 30s is the point in our lives when we're just exhausted by the jerks and we have no time in our lives anymore for them. So we really start looking for men who we know will be great long-term partners, aka nice guys, right? And that's you.
That's you. That's you. Fellas, that's you. Fellas. See, some of y'all guys don't know what words mean. All right, so I'm gonna break it down as fast as possible. Fellas, if y'all not insulted, he goes, I came to say I paid for everything on my first date with my wife. But there was only one first date because she brought me home and cooked food when I was sick. I hear you. He goes, the gesture enough. Right there. There it goes. There it goes. First of all, he said my wife. Let's be clear. He goes, what? So they can control after the fact that they've been dogged out. Hold on. See? Shout out to Black Cobra. See, now, Brooks, now you're understanding this is insulting. Every man should be like, what? Fellas, this is a problem. He goes, I'm glad I peeped that when my pops told all the time, be a dog, son, because she doesn't listen to me. Let's break this down piece by piece.
And here's a secret that many guys don't know, especially in today's day and age.
In today's day and age, fellas, this is moving the goalpost. This is the reason why I'm proving to you guys why dating is dumb and it doesn't work. Cause this fellas, ready? Hear me out. Have y'all ever had a woman say, take me as I am? Like, if you can't love me now, then you can't love me later when I get better. Fellas, women don't get better with time. You do. See, women try to go into relationships like a man. Fellas, I'm sorry. Like, I've always told you guys this. For my guys 19 to the age of about 20, 28, 30, you in the I ain't shit stage. Listen to me. You in the I ain't shit stage. Hear me out. When you hit that 30, 35 mark, you start moving into, you're no longer a toddler. Now you're walking. Now you're getting your stride. When you start hitting 40, 45, 50, you're going to see life, the fruit. All that hard work you started putting in earlier, it starts to pay off later. Fellas, women are born with their value. You have to earn. You have to go out there and become the man. See, when she's born, she's a woman. She's born. All the woman has to do is maintain. Now, that's not easy neither, but all the woman has to do is maintain. That's all she has to do. You have to go out there and you have to earn your spot in the world. Now, as she gets older, listen, what Mother Nature gives her, Father Time takes it back. But now, fellas, pay attention. Because we live in a clown world. We live in a clown world where we say somebody who's 25 years old is young. That's not young. Only in this dumbass country do we say somebody who's 25 years old is young. That shit is weird. This is the only country where we say 40 is the new 20. That shit is the dumb. See, things that y'all guys have been conditioned, and until you break those conditions, you're not gonna understand what I'm saying to you guys. Cause you wanna know what? Freddie, even the word teenager, that's a new concept. Listen, there are newborns, toddlers, children's, young adults. Y'all don't want to, y'all don't hear me though. Y'all don't want to hear me. I don't want to listen. The word teenager is a new concept, but let's run through this fast. Let's get ready. Listen.
Is that women love nice guys. We may not.
Do you hear? Did you hear that pain? That's pain. Listen.
Understand.
Listen. Let's listen again.
Guys, we may not understand how much we love and appreciate them until we're a little older, and we've gotten that sort of asshole phase out of our systems.
Listen, we may not understand. Listen, we may not understand till we're a little older. Fellas, you have to understand. Listen, fellas. You have to learn how to hear what somebody's saying and understanding what they're saying. It's like, have you ever read a book? We all did that. I don't give a shit. I did it too. Don't lie. Have you ever read a book, read the whole book, and you didn't understand what the fuck you read? It's the same concept. Hear me out. She said, we don't really understand it till they get older. Fellas, that's a lie. You want to know why? I don't know one single parent, one single mother that has not told their daughter, your body is your main it's your main agency. Your beauty is your main agency. You have to learn how to maintain that. You have to I don't know too many women that weren't told that. Now let's go. He goes, so after they're right, Brooks. So they're trying to tell you, take me as I am or have nothing at all. Fellas, I'm telling you, have nothing at all. That's why I tell you guys, you should be dating younger women. Oh, we're going to get to that. Hold up.
I'd say by our late 20s, early 30s is the point in our lives when we're just exhausted.
Fellas, you have to understand what words mean. She said it isn't until like our late 20s, early 30s where we're just exhausted. So after she's ragged out, after she had more dicks in her than cars going through the Holland Tunnel, now, after she's exhausted
by the jerks, and we have no time in our lives anymore for that.
Time in our lives.
So we really start looking for men.
So they really start looking for men
who we know will be great long-term partners, aka nice guys, right? And that's you.
And that's you. That's you. Fellas, if y'all not insulted, if this is not one of the most offensive videos I've ever seen in my entire life, this video right here, this lady went viral. And this is the problem. This is the problem, fellas. That's why I had to show you guys that video. See? So that's trash. Hear me out. This is why this lady right here said, fellas, listen to me. If you meet a woman and she chose her career, if you deal with her, cool. I want you guys from the beginning of the relationship to establish, as long as you understand, you're always going to be working. I'm never going to take care of you. We're going to take care of each other. We're going to go half on these bills. Why? Never let a woman, women were not designed to work as hard as us. We were designed to work till we're dead. I've already told you guys that. We were designed to work till we're dead. Women weren't designed to do that. But since they were tricked out of their power, if a woman chose to be a career woman, you don't stop her. Don't even think, girl, I want to retire you. She when she has a kid, oh, I want to be a stay-at-home mom. No, you're not. We already discussed this, and we're not doing this right now. We're not doing this. You have to learn how to stand your ground. He goes, This world is crazy. Females now expect guys to wait for them after they done right. Show says, speak the truth. I appreciate you, my guy. He says, gotta think before you speak. Be slow before you speak. The process everything you heard before you speak. These women will twist. Now, fellas, now we're gonna get back into this video. Fellas, I'm gonna hurt some of y'all, but that's not my intent. The intent of this live stream is to wake you fellas up, cause some of you fellas are still in a deep sleep, and I need to wake you guys up. Cobra said, I wouldn't even advise dating. Yup, dating. This is why this video right here is, fellas, hear me out. Dating is dumb. Dating is dumb. We're gonna get into this, and now you guys are gonna understand why your boy Diddy is being accused of certain things that, listen, the Mann Act is from today's video. I'm gonna show you guys why Diddy is being accused. Fellas, I already told you guys, when you put, fellas, if you're gonna go on a date and you bought a brand new fresh white tee, you're engaging in prostitution. Fellas, if you bought a new pair of jeans, you went and got a haircut, if you spent money to impress this woman, you're engaging in prostitution. Fellas, we're gonna break all of this down today. Fellas, let's go. But like this lady said right here, pay attention. The reason why, because most women, fellas, when you don't use something, you lose something. Your skills atrophying. Like, you start losing your ability. The longer a woman is out of a relationship and she's single and she's running around in the streets like a wild hyena, she loses the ability to know and how to conduct herself in a relationship. Y'all don't hear me though. Y'all don't want to hear me though. It's cool though. It's cool. Y'all want me to take it easy on y'all. Let's keep going.
General chemistry, isn't that enough? This is
all right. So this woman's talking about high achieving women and how they process dating and relationships.
And that's
all
you.
right. High achieving women often face unique challenges in finding a partner due to the combination of societal expectations.
And also understand, women are naturally hypergamous. Fellas, it's in women's nature. Stop complaining and stop crying about it. Women are naturally hypergamous. They want to be with the strongest man, the tallest man, the man with the most money, the man like who's physically fit, the man with the biggest schlong, the man with the... This is naturally in their nature. This is just how they are. The same way how I tell you guys, the same, fellas, you have to start putting women in a position to understand, listen, if I'm gonna be okay with your natural nature, which is hypergamy, then you're gonna be okay with my natural nature, which is non-monogamy. Men are not monogamous. It's not naturally who we are. We fight to be monogamous. It's not in our nature. But let's keep going. So hear me out. So what happens is, ready? The problem is this, ready? We here. If women are making money, let's say a woman making 100,000, she expects her man to make 100,000 or more. That's called hypergamy. Women don't want to date down, but you know what, fellas? You would be here 100,000 and you will date the Hooters girl. Stop fucking dating the Hooters girl. Stop doing it. Stop it. Stop. Now, I ain't saying, listen. I ain't saying you can't hit her with that, let me love you down, even if it takes on. Nah, I'm joking. Don't get sensitive. Right. Y'all guys, yes, because like I told you this before. When a woman is dating down, it's called she's dating a dusty. But when the tables go like this and you're up here and the chick's down here, they say that's the come up. No, you're dating a fucking dusty. And you have to start, fellas, you have to start thinking like this. You gotta start. Why? Because if you're gonna be okay with them dealing in their natural habitat, they gotta be okay with you dealing in your natural habitat. And what happens is this: when you're making money, you get the options go up. Fellas, I don't know too many millionaires nor billionaires that are fucking diesel like Black Cobra. I'm not saying anything about Black Cobra. I'm just using your brain. Hear me out. I don't know too many super wealthy people that are brolic like Black Cobra. I just don't. Now, if Black Cobra turns around and becomes a millionaire, now he has a plus. See, your physical attribute is a plus. What I'm saying to you guys is I've never seen a woman choose a six-pack over six figures. I've never seen it. So you being physically fit helps you a lot. It really does. But you ready? That's because we're men. Ready? Have y'all guys seen The Rock when he was 31? Have you seen The Rock right now? In his 40s and 50s, fellas, if you do it right, as you get older, you're going to get better. Your doors and options are going to open up. That's why she's saying what she's saying. Because hear me. He goes, you ain't lying. He goes, they don't need me to be. They got money. I had to get in shape. Right. No, hear me. What I'm saying is this. Cobra went and got in shape. Now, if the money collides with Cobra, Cobra's gonna be unstoppable. The money goes like this. Boosh. Listen, sis is in for a whole nother time. But hear me out, right? Hear me out. What I want y'all guys to understand something is this. The reason why she's saying this is because, ready, fellas? Me, let's just say I'm a millionaire or I'm well off. I ain't broke. I ain't in the street, right? I'm 40. So a chick would meet me and be like, I'm 40, you 40, you make money, I make money. We're a power couple. We're on the same playing field. No, the fuck we not. You're here and I'm here. My 40 is more valuable than your 40. No. See, because now my 40 affords me to have a wife that's 12 years younger than me. It affords me all them young hot college chicks that when they see me, they be like, hey, daddy. Hey, yeah, it affords me that. Fellas, as you get older, all of the doors open up. When you pull up in the I-8 and the doors go up, it changes people's mind. I'm trying to tell y'all niggas, man. Yeah, it's two different level 40s. But you ready? When she's 20, she's up here and you down here. Your 20 can't compete with a woman's 20. Ready? My 40 and her 20, we're right here. Why do you think Leonardo DiCaprio always says he doesn't date a chick over the age of 25? You want to know why, fellas? Because the reality is this. 25 years old is not young. That's, fellas, in every other country, there's something, even in China, there's something called Xingnu. It's called the leftover women. Women past the age of 25 are considered damaged goods. Y'all not paying attention, man. Cobra said, if I get rich, my wife ain't leaving the crib for nothing but nails in the gym. I hear you. Because you could, and the thing is this, you could afford. Now, you ready? My wife happens to be 12 years younger than me. I met her while she was in school. Now, she loves her career. She helps people in need. Now, me pulling her from her career, I know she'll hate me, but my wife works from home. We can go on vacation and she could still work. She could be on a beach working. Now, she's afforded that life. You understand what I'm saying? But what I am saying to you is, other than that, no, my wife is home. My wife is near me all the time. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have it any other way. I told you guys, even now, like my thumbnails, she starts working on she does my thumbnails. She'd be like, oh, I did this, I did this, boom, boom. Look, how about this, how about this? Now, when she starts editing, my wife is going to work for me. I want you guys to understand that. He goes, I'm in the same boat as Cobra. I hear you. I hear y'all guys. But the problem is this, fellas. As women make more money, they want a better man. Fellas, y'all gotta stop dating women based on where you are now. You have to think where I'm gonna be in the future, where you know you're gonna be, because you're not gonna quit on your dreams, and that's how you have to date. And not even date, but speak to women, reach out to women. He goes, yo, what age did you meet your wife? Me, I was 35, something like 35, 36, something like that. He goes, I'm the rich baby daddy. You funny. It's funny that.
And personal dynamics, societal norms sometimes struggle to keep up with the pace. See, there's that word norms again. Norms. All right, understand what a norm is. All right, it means that the greater majority of people are doing it, and it is established.
Now, Justin, that's not scary. See, that's the beauty of being a man. That's not scary. Because most men right now at your young age, most men are just chasing money. They're not chasing what they see. You're gonna start really hitting that stride on what you want to do between the age of like 25 and like 28. Right there in that range, that's when you're gonna start going hard. Did you know, Justin, that before did you know that only 6% of the millionaires in the world are 6% are under the age of 40. 6%. Now, the age of the average millionaire moved from 55 to 61. Fellas, we were designed as we get older, we get better. You don't run out of time, fellas. Fellas, ready? Hear me out. Women now today, they sleeping around with mad dudes at the age of 12, 13, 14, 15 years old, right? They getting ran through. Hear me out. A woman should be locked down by the age of 18. Her man should be she should learn how to thug it out with a man. That's where courting comes into place. That's where the family sees, okay, this kid is gonna be something. This young man, see, the thing is this, the reason why courting doesn't work is because courting starts from inside the house and it works its way out. Dating starts from outside the house and works its way in. So if fathers and brothers and uncles and sisters were involved in the dating process, a lot of these women would never end up with the men that they with. That's the reason why courting is dead forever in a day. Let's just be real. He goes, I can't lie, I feel like my BM set me up, but I hear you. He goes, I have bad luck with women. Not, and the thing is this, you're supposed to, and that's why I tell you guys, you're supposed to date younger women. Cobra said courting only works if both families are involved. And this is why I told you guys before, courtship is a young girl's game. It's a young woman's game. It's really when people ready now. I'll tell you this. I met my wife when she was 20. She was 26, 27. Now, why did I fly to come meet her father? Because I already knew how she was raised. I knew what household she came from. And when I met her father, that nigga was no joke. That nigga was till this day, all these years later, that nigga still ain't no joke. That nigga ain't no. He is no one to play with. I'ma be that person. When I have a son-in-law or like that's why I'm working for a girl. We trying for a girl, but we're gonna see what's going on with this society because it's looking kind of crazy. But I would be that dad. Like, you my son-in-law, I love you, we cool, but this is my daughter through and through. Like, her father plays zero games. He holds me accountable every fucking day, and he reminds me. He goes, bro, I made 100,000 and cried. I don't know why. No, you know why. It's hard work, nigga. That's hard work. That's why when I hit 10K subscribers, you see my eyes got watery because I work hard. Ask Black Cobra. Cobra, no, I was ready to quit this shit. He goes, go to school. He said, go to school with kids with mental problems. And they girls at 16 and got pregnant, my guy. I'm not really sure what you're trying to say, but okay. He goes, yo, true question. I just got out of a 5-year relationship. I'm 28. Any advice? Yup. Right now, yo, listen to me. Yo, Debo, go get 2 jobs. Go get your bread right. Hear me out. Yo, hear me out. There is something about improving yourself, going to the gym, eating right. Bro, bro, hear me out. Wherever town you in, go rent a hotel. Go stay somewhere luxurious by yourself. Enjoy life. Rent exotic cars and go live. 28. Give me my brain at 28, bro. Listen, give me my. Now, mind you, I wouldn't go back for shit. I don't regret a damn thing. Life is too good for me to regret anything. You know what I'm saying? But trust me, lock in on yourself. That's a fact. Cobra speaking facts. Focus on you right now. You're 28, bro. I promise you this. If you lock in right now, by 35, you're not going to recognize who you are. By 35, you're going to have women coming for you. But I will tell you guys this. The one thing I do like about being a little bit heavy on the heavy side, you get a different other class of women, right? When you super fit, you get a lot of superficial fellas. Hear me out. Some of the super baddest chicks in the world, they not down for all that. Now, they don't want you to be Yokozuna fat. They don't want you to be freaking looking all crazy and sloppy. But when women approach me at my weight and they be like, I look at them, I just be like, these chicks, right? It's funny. It's a funny battle between the sexes. It's funny, y'all. I think it's funny. He goes 85 to 100. I shot 4 since 2019, but I work. Hey, Mike. Hey, work 48 to 60 hours to do it. I'm proud of you. Congratulations, my boy. Real talk. I moved to Dallas. Everything changed. Made that money and made me because I hear you. Listen. I'm telling y'all, man, I never had this problem. My girl be on my ass about work. He said, I never had this problem. My girl be on my ass about work, but she's always making sure I am good and cooking for me. See, that's another thing. Like my wife, listen, my wife could tell you, here in the house, I can get lazy. She'll tell you. She'll be like, hey, can you do this for me? I'm like, I got you. 5 days later, I ain't get her. I ain't do it. You know what I'm saying? He goes, yo, Cobra, I was gonna tell him that, but I thought he was a little too young to hear that shit. But Cobra is a fact. Yo, one of the greatest things I think I learned was dick discipline. Yo, don't have sex, Debo. Just keep it to yourself, bro. Hold your seed, bro. Hear me. The strength you get from that, bro, is incredible. It's incredible, bro. It's incredible. I promise you. I don't niggas looking at me like, yo, True is wildin'. I'm not wildin', bro. I'm not wildin'.
In the culture that we're
Speaking
doing
facts.
it, all right? Not that you did it, all right? I did it. I used to do it. It doesn't matter, all right? What matters are what everybody's accepted as common practice. Societal norms becoming the norm, okay? It may be becoming the norm, but it's not, all right? It's not at this point. So the women got to realize the decisions that they make will determine how men are going to respond to them. Plain and simple, all right? And so this woman broke it down. You're just going to have left men to choose from, or you're going to have to choose from a simp.
And that's you.
All right, that's all. All right, so that's all that is.
All right, let's get into the main event, fellas.
As well as this woman. So today's women are not trying to improve around to be better for you. I mean, that's where, and they want courting. Like, this is the irony. We're about to get to the main event. They want you to court them in this entire mindset. All right, where are the guys that are going to court us? All right, let's take you through it. I believe we're at it real quick.
Debo.
Yeah, we're at it. Oh, man, I have some other videos for you, but perhaps we'll keep them for another day. But let's get into it here. Main event. All right.
Listen, y'all,
main
pay
event
attention.
right here. The link between dating, courting, and prostitution. We're going to break it down. I was one of the first people here. I'm telling you. I see a lot of people saying this now. Now, I'm not saying I was the first one, but I see a lot of people, even people that are adjacent to this sphere.
Yo, Zero, that's a whole nother conversation we got to have for another time. Because there's a reason why you have urges for other women. I'm going to say this again. Women are naturally hypergamous, and men are not naturally monogamous. We were forced into monogamy for business purposes, especially here in this country. So let's just leave it at that. We're not getting into that right now.
Here, they're coming in with the same mindset. Dating stemmed from prostitution. I've broken this down for years.
Listen.
Dating in the mindset that we have it stemmed directly from prostitution.
Yep.
Courting does not. Courting eventually is supposed to lead to marriage.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But we have certain things that we've done to actually get so far away from courting that now women have been ran through and they want you to court them. All right. So let me take you through the phases that we've evolved in that has taken and killed courting. So these.
Now, Air. Though I do understand what you're saying, I just don't want men to get out of context with it. When you said facts, men are designed to have multiple women. Though this is true, the problem is this: there's a responsibility that comes with it. That's the only reason why we're gonna have that conversation on another stream. But let's keep rocking and rolling. Let's stick to this. Dating, fellas. Dating is a form of prostitution. There's a reason why, and this is the reason why I don't understand why. Well, how they got Diddy on the hook is because they're going back. They're rewinding their hands back versus dealing with Diddy in today's day and age, because prostitution was decriminalized in 2018. I've already explained this to you guys. Affording it is one thing, but it has really nothing to do with money. But listen to me. Pay attention, fellas. If y'all at work, please put your little earbuds in. Don't get fired because I'm keeping this 1,000, and y'all bosses is about to get emotional. Listen.
These are the dating trends from 1920 and on. It says right here, from 1920, dating started to become, dating is a new concept that started in and around the early 1900s. But before the 1920s, courtship was a public act and a matter of family and community interest. That is so important in defining what courtship is. It not only was not a private act.
Nope.
It was a public act, and it was done in public, not in the privacy of your own home, not in the privacy of your phone, not in the privacy where your family didn't know it. Courtship was a public act, and it was a matter of family. Who are you going to marry? And or is this going to lead to marriage, make her an honest woman? And it was of community interest, meaning that the community had a benefit to what you got, your association. If the association was bad, there was no benefit. Let's take you back to it. I'm educating you now. The idea that a woman can run around here and date bad guys to get the thrill and the fun was a misnomer. She was going to be penalized, and then people will tell her, "Oh, don't court her. She's in the bad guys."
Fellas, pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention. This was I told you guys the story of when there was a bad chick that used to live in my neighborhood over there in Castle Hill. And that's why I always give credit to my niggas, Foodie, Wolf, Do So. All of Hocus's brothers, of the Romans. I came from a time where because mind you, I was kind of like, the celebrity, I had records on the radio, things of the nature. So people turned around. I was trying to date this chick, and it wasn't until one day I never understood it, where I'm walking in the street and I hear this whistle like, you know, people wear. I'm like, who fucking whistling? I turn around, and Do So. My man Thuso is like, yo, get out of here. Get out of here. And he's like, yo, Casual, bang, come here. He's like, yo, get out of here. So the girl I was talking to, I was kind of feeling her. She was like one of the biggest 304s in the neighborhood. So my fellas is looking out for me like, you can't deal with her, because you're better than that. See, there was a benefit in my community for me to be successful, but this all plays a part, and this is something that most men don't get a chance to experience, that other men are warning other men. Ready? There was a chick that I used to date. My boys had footage. I was dating her for like a year. That's the reason why I always say, fellas, when you're dating a woman, bring that lady around your boys. Because especially if you're in a well-known city, you should find out who your woman is. So this chick there was a video after a year of her somebody was sleeping with her on camera. And she didn't want to believe it. But when I saw the footage, I had to let her go. Waste of time. But it's because when you're dating in private, that's when things go wrong. He goes, Sub-Zero, he goes, read the Bible, man. Learn self-control. It'll definitely help. Yeah, that's another thing, man. I got you. That's a fact. But let's keep rocking and rolling.
She does romps in the hay. Don't marry her. All right, that was involved in the courtship process. The woman could not run around town talking about, I want a Sigma male, I want an alpha male, I want a beta male. She didn't have choice. Right. In fact, before courting was arranged marriages.
Yep.
So they didn't even mention this. But before courting, women were property. They were in arranged marriages. Mm-hmm. Then from arranged marriages the next step was courting. So when you talk about women are like, why don't men court anymore? This is why. But we're going to get into it. We're going to continue to break it down. Before the 1920s, there was arranged marriages, then courting. Then you go into the idea of courting right here declined in the 1920s. Why? Because dates became the norm. It didn't become the norm yet, but that's what they said.
Pay attention.
Men paid for dates and women set.
Shout out to Coach Greg. Fair use, my boy.
The terms. Now, there's a lot of bullshit in there that we're going to discuss next in 1920. 1930s, the popularity became a key factor in dating success. So popularity, status, money. It says romantic opportunities for non-heterosexual couples began to expand. We don't care about all of that. But it says popularity became a key factor in dating success. Money, status, height, whatever you want. Then it says in the 1940s and 50s, with many men drafted to war, dating became more focused on securing a spouse. obviously survival, coming out of the Great Depression, going into World War.
Now, fellas, this is the next part, right? You guys gotta understand, fellas. A lot of y'all guys fall in love. These women are falling in business. Fellas, a lot of y'all guys are falling in love with these women. These women are looking at you as a business opportunity. Fellas, I want you to understand, the older a woman gets, she's gonna realize, like, I'm literally gonna have to work till I'm dead. There's nobody here who's gonna provide for me. I'm out here on my own. And you have to be okay with that. You gotta be okay with that. You gotta be okay with that. You have to be okay with that, fellas. You have to understand that. Cause there were some women who they chose this road. They chose. This is what they chose. We didn't choose it for them. They chose it for themselves. So we have to be okay with letting them, like what they said in Rocky, if he dies, he dies. If he dies, he dies.
War II. So now it was like, hey, we need to get a spouse. This is the most idyllic time where people go back to traditional dating.
Yep.
Traditional dating. Dating became public at that particular point and accepted publicly. I'm going to break it down. Then you have the second sexual revolution, which is the hippie phase, 60s and 70s.
Yep.
The sexual revolution was fueled by the women's movement, feminists, and the introduction of birth control. So again, now you have birth control where women can have promiscuous sex with less consequences. You would think that that would be a standard, but no. These women still trying to kill their babies in the womb because they're not using birth control. So birth control is available to them. They actually became more promiscuous with birth control. That led to promiscuity. That led to what we're dealing with now, the after effects of women liking the bad guys. Now they can fuck the bad guys with less consequences. Now they still haven't been able to master this because they're still trying to kill babies in the womb.
Now I will say this, fellas, if you pay attention, hear me out. Have you ever seen a woman that was like 33, 35, 40 and she's bad and nobody ever locked her down? She never got married, fellas. I need that button where, remember that sound effect where it goes, run, doom, 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 run, doom. Fellas, you mean to tell me that this woman made it to her 30s and nobody wanted to lock her down? Like nobody ever. Bro, if that's not a red flag alone for you guys, y'all niggas better go. Fellas, if you see she's rolling up, and if I'm being frank, if you see she hit like 28, 29, 30, 31, and she's beautiful, you better run. There's a reason. Now, if she's 30, 40, and she had all these relationships and all these, fellas, pay attention. But you know what's so funny? Hear me out, fellas. These would be the same women who would tell you, I'm mature now. I've learned now. But, so you didn't learn from the first baby dad. But on the third baby dad, now all of a sudden you got mature. And now, after having 3 kids with no marriage, 3 different fathers, now you're telling me I have to wait to marry you to sleep with you. Bitch, if you don't, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Sometimes just that. So I have a real serious problem with people that like to take advantage. So this is what's happening in today's day and age. Women dating is taking advantage of men. Fellas, this gets worse. Fellas, this gets worse. It gets worse.
Right. Where's the birth control at? Where's the birth control? Oh, it's up to us. It's our fault. All right, but let's continue. Then it says right here in the 65.
Black Cobra said, if she's beautiful, over 30 and single, super red flag. Ignore the physical beauty in that case. I'm trying to put y'all on the game. Hear me out. I know I'm bothering some of y'all because some of y'all and I used to somebody speaking to y'all direct like this, which is cool. But I'm only stating the facts. Y'all. And this is why women shame you. You're 40. Why are you dating a 20-year-old? Why? You're a pedo. Then call me Shapetto. My new name is Shapetto. I don't give, fellas. They try to shame you into dating them because they fucked up their life. And hear me out. Ready? Fellas, listen, I've told you this before. If you're 40 and let's just say she's 38, this 38-year-old woman feels like this 40-year-old millionaire man, this is for me, this is my man. But because it's in our nature to want to date younger, tighter, firmer women, body fit women, not soft, soggy women. What happens is because it's in our nature, they get mad and they try to shame us. And then what they do is they try to date younger men, but then younger men are only using them for target practice. They'll pipe them down for a little bit, and then they're gonna pipe them down, learn their game from you, and then they're gonna go get themselves a younger chick. And then this is where the battle happens. But let's keep going. He goes, "You good, bro? I'm just saying, bro. I'm gonna keep it 1,000."
First computer-based matchmaking service. Which was
women
called
don't like this
Dateline,
message, but
introduced in the UK. Then
this is the real reason why women are struggling all over the world. This is the real reason why I told you guys. They're trying to force men back into relationships. Why? Because a relationship predominantly benefits a woman. Fellas, hear me out. I always tell you guys, even if you're a polygynous man like myself, fellas, if you're practicing polygyny the biblical way, all the benefit goes to the women and the children. That's why I tell you guys, I don't advise you guys to date and have multiple different wives, because the benefit, fellas, think about it. Women always be like, my man is sleeping with another chick, but guess what? He's paying for another woman. He has to teach another woman. He has to protect another woman. He has to cultivate another woman. So there is so much more. Is that when women hear another wife, all they think about is sex. Huh? He's sleeping with the. But you know what's so funny? You know what I've seen in my life? I've seen women who their husbands have practiced polygyny. That woman would fight her husband. 2 years later, she gets into a car accident, and now she wishes. Now I do know a woman that's like this. Her at 37, now that she's kind of like disabled, she kind of wishes all that burden didn't just fall on her husband. Now she kind of wishes there's a reason why. Now it's not for every man, but there's a reason why sometimes it's okay. The problem is we live in a time where guys want to do it to be lustful. I just want to have 2 bad bitches on my arm. 2 bad bitches. Fellas, hear me out. The wives you're going to have, if you get 1 bad one, be happy. Because the likelihood is they're not all going to be supermodels. That's not how that works. It doesn't work like that. See? And this is why y'all guys got to stop thinking with this head and think with this head. I'm just keeping it a stack. But let's keep going. I'm just keeping it 1,000 with y'all.
Say the late 80s and the early 90s, another idyllic period where people think is an idyllic period of dating. But the hookup culture became popular. This is certainly in the 2000s. So let's get this straight. We have arranged marriages, courting, the introduction to dating, but it was not accepted as the norm, the 1920s. Right. Then you had dating become the norm, but then you saw hypergamy, popularity. Then dating for marriage based on economics. Then sexual revolution, the flower child, free love. Then hookup culture. Now we're in prostitution again. Now we're in monetized dating. I call it prostitution. I'm just using it as a loose term. Now we're in monetized dating, where the women are saying we should go back to tradition where men paid for X, Y, and Z, where the women are getting paid for acts, or they're monetized in a variety of ways. They're commercially.
Fellas, Me and my wife laugh when chicks will be nurses and you see them in the bathroom taking pictures, just showing a backside like this off of the picture of the fellas, because all they got to offer you is their body. That's it. Fellas, when you see pictures like that, that's all they got to offer you. Or what women are doing is they're bidding themselves off to the highest, they're selling themselves to the highest bidder. If you guys don't think so, look all around you. I'm gonna let him cook.
Monetized. They're corporately monetized. They're monetized in the fact that they're pursuing careers. They're monetized on social media. So now they're trying to adjust in this new landscape and then calling for.
He said, Black Cobra says, our seed never expires. That's a fact. It's in our nature to desire other women. But you got to understand, women eggs are... Fellas, do you not see that women expire? They run out of time. By the time they hit 35, 40, they're expiring. Fellas, when you hit 35, 40, nigga, you it's like you're just coming out, you're just spreading your wings. Bro, nowadays people call a 35, 40-year-old man an old head. Bro, that's weird. He goes, all they do is advertise when they do that. That's all they doing is advertising. That's all they do is advertising. That's it.
Courting.
That's it. You're right.
Return, but it's never going to return. Let's continue to break it down. Hit the like button on this lesson.
This gets
because
worse,
this is an important lesson.
It gets worse.
Hit the like button.
It ain't gonna get any easier from this point.
The fascinating history of how courtship became dating. How courtship was replaced by dating.
Now, if you look right here, you see this. This was published in 2016. I've been speaking about this since I was in high school. I was in high school talking about this. He said, I'm 30 and I'm called the old head. This is because I told you, we living in clown times. We living in times where we changing the words to things. Ready? Hear me out. I'm about to lose my whole audience right now. I don't give a fuck how y'all niggas feel. Ready? All white uptowns are called uptowns. Let's be clear. They ain't called Jazzy Fizzles or Fizzy Fezzies. And they called Air Force Ones. In short, uptowns. Maybe every now and again they'll be called the Harlems. They called fucking uptowns. Stop trying to reinvent the word. These are the Jazzy Fazos. These are the fucking uptowns. They're called uptowns. They called the ones. We call them the ones. Stop reinventing the wheel. Stop it. They called uptowns. They call ones. That's it. They ain't called nothing else. He said uptowns is the NY thing, and it started here. So where it starts at is what continues. You don't bring them to California and call them, these are the Snoop Doggy Dogs. No, nigga, they called the fucking uptowns, bro. They called the ones. There's a reason. Remember, give me 2 purrs and the mama in my Air Force Ones. I'm in my Air Force. Even Nelly knew they were called Air Force Ones. Not Jazzy Fazos and fuck. I don't know who that is. Fuck that nigga. I don't know who. No, the Air Force Ones. They ones. G Fazos, whatever the fuck that nigga's name. Nigga, it's called ones. I'm telling you, we live in a clown world. How is it that something already has a name, but you want to fucking rename it? Something different. That shit crazy. Yeah, they call them the cocainas in Miami. We know why. We know why we're not gonna get into that. We're not gonna get into that. We're not gonna get into the origins as to why Miami is called, you know what I'm saying, like the white town. But like I said, nah, bro. Listen, dumb shit is called the ones. Stop reinventing the fucking wheel, bro. And see, here's the problem. This is why there is no structure. This is why there is no structure. There is something called the method of first mention. It's called the fucking ones. Even the lunatics down in fucking St. Louis knew to call them the Air Force Ones. We gotta stop the cap. We gotta cut this shit out. Niggas wanna call money lettuce and fucking fettuccine, Alfredo, or whatever the fuck they call money. These young kids call money. Nigga, it's called fucking money, nigga. It's cool. They call $100 hunzo and the fuck we reinventing the wheel for? What's the problem here? What's the problem here? The fuck is going on? Dudes out here calling hot dogs glizzies. Yeah, niggas, it's a fucking hot dog, nigga. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here with this bullshit. Nigga, it's called a hot dog, nigga. It's a hot dog. And you get having the glizzy. What the fuck is a glizzy? What the fuck is a glizzy? Come on. See, you know what it is? Y'all niggas don't want to deal in reality. Y'all want to change shit to fit y'all nigga style. Nigga, it's a fucking called the hot dog, nigga. It ain't called the fucking glizzy, nigga. It's called the hot dog. Let's get this shit right, B. Air Force Ones are called uptowns. They call ones, nigga. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Shit is fucking weird, nigga. Niggas eating a glizzy, nigga. I'm eating a fucking hot dog, you fucking weirdo. Fuck out of here, bro. I'm just saying, but niggas get emotional because they try to reinvent shit. Like, listen, who's this rapper, Ace Boogie with the hoodie? When he first came out with that Michael Jackson thing, people were saying that this nigga was stealing from, that Michael Jackson was stealing from him. I'm like, are you? So not only did he sample Michael Jackson and got robbed, but like, dudes didn't even know. Stop. Nah, nobody wants to admit it. That's the problem. That's the problem. Niggas want to reinvent. We not reinventing nothing, my boy. We not reinventing shit. Those are called uptowns. They're called ones. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to hear shit, bro. I don't want to hear shit. Fucking hot dogs are hot dogs. They're not called fucking glizzies, B. Fuck wrong with niggas. But like I said, this is the reason why we live in a society where it's hard to have structure, because everybody want to name and categorize different things. A old head, a old timer is somebody 50 and better. You have to earn old head status. I'm not an old head yet. I didn't earn that. I didn't earn them stripes. So when niggas be like, you 35, 40 and you an old head, you sound fucking dumb. That's why I be blocking them niggas in my chat. Yo, you an old head. Click, get the fuck out of here, you fucking weirdo nigga. Go tell your mom, suck my old head ass dick. How about that? That shit be fucking weird to me, bro. That shit be weird. That's how you know when niggas is fucking cowards, bro. You an old head. I'm 40, my nigga. Stupid ass niggas. I didn't earn that. I'm not an OG yet. I'm not there. I may be old and gray. I may have the gray part coming in. Well, it ain't coming in fast enough. It's just coming in like little parts under here. I want this whole beard to be gray. Like Coach Greg Adams. I can't wait till my beard turn gray, B. I cannot wait. He goes, now we know who I think we all were exactly meant to be. Started in new school and go. I feel like niggas try to reinvent shit to try to take the credit. Right. People, it's always about credit. They want to take credit for things. Ready? This is why, even now, back to this down here, this is why dating was hijacked. Watch, listen.
This is why it's never going to come back, and you're going to understand it after I'm done. It says dating is hell, but how much worse would it have been would it be if the very act of it landed you in jail? Dating. If dating landed you in jail, this is important. It says the first female daters faced exactly that, mistaken in their quest for love for prostitutes. Now, I've been saying for years that dating stems from prostitution.
Yep.
In fact, there's another example. In fact, that dating could land you in jail because your quest for love was mistaken for being a prostitute. It says,
this is a fact. We all know that world famous boxer, I'm not going to say his name, the world famous boxer that took a girl from one state to the next to come with him to go see one of his fights, and he got arrested. So did she. Because dating stems from prostitution.
as with the concepts of teenager and middle class, these are all new concepts. Dating is a historically recent invention.
Yep.
I'm going to say this again. This is why I always say people don't understand what dating is.
Right.
Teenager, who knew that that was a new invention?
It's
it didn't
new.
come around until the 1940s or 50s. In fact,
like I told you, there's only newborn, toddler, children, young adult, and adult. All this teenagers, listen, stop moving the needle. This is the reason why we can't get shit accomplished. Because there was no such, teenager was a made up word. There was no such thing. There's newborn, toddler. A toddler is somebody who's starting to walk through that phase. Child, young adult, and adult. That's it. Y'all niggas be making up shit, bro. Yeah, preteen. Oh, he's a preteen. What the fuck is a preteen? What the fuck is that? And then y'all niggas, and you know what it is? Y'all hear these words and think that, oh yeah, that shit makes sense. That shit makes sense. So stupid. Cause things like, yeah, I'm sorry, y'all niggas don't want to learn nothing. A preteen is from 10 that they're so stupid. It's just so stupid.
we've lived 40,000 years of civilization before we used the term teenager. Teenager has never been around up until the 1940s. People thought teenagers were young adults. So this is why we now have teenagers as children, but teenagers are adolescents. They're not children. They're young adults. They were fully capable of working, producing, working on the farm, having children, even starting families. Yes, even starting families. They're not children. But now we've evolved so progressively that now we call teenagers children. But teenagers is a new concept, as well as dating. There was no dating before the 1920s. Nobody dated. There was no dating at the slave plantation. Plantation owners did not date. People pretty much courted or were in arranged marriages. All right, but let's continue. It says right here, dating is a historically recent invention.
And shout out to everybody who's been rocking with me, man. If y'all new here to the channel, man, subscribe to the channel, yeah.
Spurred by the influx of women into the big cities, city girls, seeking work around the turn of the 20th century. The word date was coined inadvertently, it seems, by economists that said, working class lives, it says right here, he wrote that there was a clerk named Artie whose girlfriend was losing interest in him and began to see other men socially. When Artie confronts his fading love, he says, I suppose the other boys are filling in all of my dates. So dates was just simply putting a person on a calendar. That's what a date is.
Do y'all understand? Y'all don't understand what's being said here. Are you understanding how even the word date, what it meant, what it was meant, has been hijacked?
I have a date. I have an appointment with a person.
That's it.
That's all dating is. Dating is not this concept that people have created in their mind.
Right.
How you meet a person, how you talk to them, how you introduce themselves. Right. How you meet people to marry. Date was simply putting somebody on your calendar. All right. And this is what some women are doing to other men. All right. I'll see you Friday. But then on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, they doing something else. So that's all what dates is. That's all. It's filling in my dates. But when these single
Pay
women,
attention.
listen,
It gets worse.
stripped from their dependency of fathers and husbands. This is important.
Yep.
When these single city girls, stripped from their dependency on fathers and husbands, begin to be courted in public, police, politicians, and civic leaders were alarmed. In the eyes of the authority, women who let men buy them food and drinks or gifts and entrance tickets look like whores.
I can fight this all y'all want. He said, damn, bro, thank you. I never knew any of this. And you 24? Get ready. Stick around. Don't go nowhere. You the ones I'm trying to reach, especially. My older guys, too, the ones who are making money, y'all better stick around, too. Listen to me. I want y'all guys to understand something. Now that hookup culture is dead, women are trying to force you guys to be back to traditional. I didn't get no kiss this morning, by the way.
Can you give me my sign?
I'm bad. The wife needed something. Pay attention, boys. Pay attention.
I'm reading here. Let me
Women
explain
are
this
going to
again.
try to
Women
force you
who
back
let
into the
men
house.
Buy them food and drinks, or gifts and entrance tickets look like whores, and making a date seem like the same as turning a trick.
Woo.
If this is the first time you hearing this, wake up.
Right. It's time
I've been
to wake
saying
up.
this for years. If you've heard me do this speech before, congratulations, thank you. So dating was seen as, what are they doing? Because courting was supposed to be public. What are these girls doing? They're buying them food. They're taking them out to restaurants. They're buying them tickets to shows. They're taking them out on vacation. What the fuck is this? You look like a whore. This is turning tricks. And it gets worse. So I've been saying, do all men pay? Everything's prostitution. It's all tricking. All right, but, they just don't want to understand it. But here's the thing. It says when women were stripped of their dependency on their fathers and their husbands. Remember, women started to marry less and less and less. They wanted to be free and all of this shit right there. And arranged marriages and courting became less common. So now since fathers and husbands or fathers and families are not part of the courting process anymore, the women are independent. There's no more fathers. The woman can in private set up dates, get free meals, but the public looked at this as whoring. Uh-oh. We have a woman that got triggered. A woman is triggered now. Listen, for the ladies that are triggered, I don't give a fuck about you. We're teaching the men today.
Right.
We don't care about what you're talking about. All right. The woman, y'all can be triggered all day long.
Right.
This matters. So now, it says right here, and I'll repeat it, women who let men buy them food and drinks and gifts and entrance tickets look like whores, and making a date seem to be the same as turning a trick. Then it says, after centuries of women's fortunes being dictated by men around them, the notion of a woman on their own gave much of society.
Yo, have y'all guys ever seen that viral video? It's funny because OG just said something about fathers not being around, which make these guys beta. Hear me out. Have y'all guys ever seen that viral video where this lady was like, yeah, when a guy wanna date me, he gotta cash at me first for me to talk to him. And then she ended up on an interview and they were saying, are you gonna be okay with your son? Because she had a 7-year-old son. Are you gonna be okay with your son Cash App woman, and she goes, well, my son ain't gonna do that. My son's gonna know better. You see, because when it's not directly affecting women, they'll take advantage until it's their sons who are being taken advantage of. Then it's like, oh, hell no, you ain't gonna.
Pause. In Chicago, single women were known as women adrift. What do I tell you? Women are lost. They don't know what they're doing. They're misguided and undecided. They don't know where they're going. They're just day to day. Women adrift, loose, vamps. All right, so they were considered. These women are lost. These women are lost. In fact, because women they're no longer property. They're no longer property. They're no longer under the control of their father. Their brothers don't select their mates. We don't publicly court with interest in society and interest in community and family. We no longer do that. The woman is on her own. She then began to do what they called a woman adrift. All right, AKA she in these streets.
In these streets.
Shout out to Coach,
man. So society has now said, hey, these women are lost causes. They're not to be. It gets deeper.
No. Let me rephrase this. Gotti, I understand you. It's not that they take no accountability. No. We don't hold them accountable. I gotta put some of this on us. This ain't all they fault. We as men, we don't hold them accountable. When you meet a chick and she already has a kid, I don't care how bad she is. Leave her alone. Listen, go deal with your kid's father. So now you a Christian. Now you a Christian, and now you want to wait till marriage, but you have 2 kids who didn't come from no marriage. No, thank you. See, we have to, as men, have to learn how to go, nah, I'm not interested. No, thank you. I appreciate it. And if you do choose to deal, are you dealing with that accordingly? Are you dealing with it accordingly? Are you making sure that she understands how you're going to address her? He said, best advice ever. I'm just keeping it 1,000 because it's on us as men, and it's our job. I think that's the reason why I think that's the reason why he's only been blessing me with boys, because he wants me to raise a bunch of soldiers. Like my son, listen, trust me. As much as I'm trying to get a grasp on him, because I want him to understand, bro, you ain't gonna be no sucker to nobody. He goes, I hear you, big bro. We can try and hold them accountable all we want, but if they're not open to being accountable, it's on them. That's the point. So then you leave them alone. That's how you hold them accountable. He goes, take care of your kids. He said, man, the Lord gotta be speaking through you to help us. That's how I feel. Some women aren't emotionally mature enough to be accountable. So you ready? Hold on. Now I gotta pause this. Hold on. Tsunami. He says, some women aren't emotionally mature enough to be accountable. That is the most false statement I've ever heard in my life. So they'll be mature enough to get a job. They'll be mature enough to have a baby. See, this is what we gotta stop doing. There is no, fellas, if I go out there and I take my gun and I clack somebody, you can't blame it on maturity. We gotta stop. Stop this shit. Stop making excuses. We gotta stop. He said men have to step up and raise their young men not to. I hear you. No, I know you're not making excuses, but no, this is the problem with the message that you said, because some women aren't mature enough. Bro, Hear me. If she's mature enough to fuck, she's mature enough. That's it. That's where it stops. That's an excuse. It's an excuse. Bro, hear me. I want you to understand. It is an excuse. They're not, you're saying they're not mature. Look, right here. You get some women aren't. Once you said aren't, you fucked up. That's all I'm saying. Get those words out of your mind. This is why I'm here. He goes, men have to step up and take care and pass off. I hear you. He goes, ultimately, it's our fault from day one. He goes, even back in the Garden of Eden, it was out. I'm just saying, we gotta stop. She got kids, leave her alone. Fellas, hear me. Why do you think they call men, and it's called crash dummy? Fellas, you don't think that a woman knows that you accepting her brokenness, her broken family, and you tolerating that, you don't think that she knows that you're accepting less than what you actually deserve? How can she respect you for that? Come on, man. Don't play with me, man. I'm not in the mood today. My coffee running low. It's cold. I'm not in the mood today. I'm not in the mood. I'm not. He goes, for real. Stop giving them the benefit. I don't give nobody the benefit of the doubt. Because you know what? I don't get ready. So hear me out. So some of y'all guys are 24, 22, 28, 20, 30. Y'all struggling. Maybe you making 30K a year. Why don't she give you the fucking benefit of the doubt and say he's gonna make money one day, but she wouldn't fuck with you right now, so then don't fuck with her neither. Fuck that. Yeah, she don't want to deal with broke niggas, then don't deal with these fucking baby mamas, nigga. Leave them bitches alone. The fuck wrong with y'all niggas, man? Fuck that. Y'all niggas are let women have all these standards, and y'all don't have no standards. What the fuck I look like? Fellas, hear me out. I told y'all a few months back I was vetting this young woman to be one of my wives, right? You know, me and my wife were talking about it, XYZ, boom, boom. My wife is real smart. How can we benefit? How can we help her? Can we be of service? What does she want to do? XYZ. And when this young woman was out with me, she was like, yo, I can see the power. I see your power. How men act around you, how women act around you. Shit, we go out to eat and the servers treat you a different way than the way that because listen, the God in me, it just comes out every time. It just it's unavoidable. And we put here to lead as men. But how can you lead if you're always gonna fall to their wishes? Ready? There was a time where I was speaking to this young woman who had a child, right? She had a child, nice young woman. But you ready? The minute I seen she wanted to be a party girl, I had to let her go. All right, you have to go out there. You have to go out there and fend for yourself now. And then now I heard she's dating somebody. Fellas, I want you to understand. Once a party girl, always a party girl. Cause when that face, if you think I'm lying, look at Tia. Look at Tia. Look at all these chicks that the minute they go single, they back into the street. Fellas, I'm undefeated. And he goes, we have to be able to be accountable. And if we don't, all we're gonna have is a complying with no solutions. Right. I don't make excuses, bro. Your boy True Hall of Fame is chubby. See, now I'm chubby. I seen fat people. I'm chubby because of me. Now, yeah, I like to blame my wife because the cooking is so damn good, but it's because of me.
Man, this shit gets deep. They're not to be mated with. Let them go. These girls are three of. They'll never be housewives. All right.
That's what they were doing back in the day.
All right. So anyway, renegades. Yes.
Renegades.
All right. So now it says the charity girl. Oh, it gets worse.
Listen, y'all.
This is
Listen.
now from arranged marriages to courting to dating. The charity girl. These circumstances gave birth to dating rituals and other unfortunate traditions that still remain, or at least still cause confusion as much of more society changes today. So it's still, dating still causes confusion.
Yep.
Because men are looking at it like, what is going on? It doesn't make much sense to many men. When women first hit the workplace, the belief remained widespread that these girls were working not to support themselves, but only to supplement the earnings of their fathers or husbands.
Listen.
This is an important understanding. So when women first hit the workforce, there was a belief that the woman initially was there to support the earnings or supplement the earnings of their fathers and husbands. They weren't there to support themselves. They were there to supplement their husbands, their family, and so forth and so on. This is important because this is why we still have the standard we have today that is causing much confusion. As such, employers use this misconception.
Listen to what you're about to hear. This is the reason why dating was just as confusing back in the day as it is today. Why? Because you guys keep allowing women to move the goalposts
As an excuse to pay women far less than they paid men. In the 1900s, the average female worker earned less than half of what a man would earn in the same position. And it says, if you've ever wondered how it developed that men were expected to treat their date.
All right. Yes. So OG, you are right. It takes a real man. I wouldn't say a real man. It takes a man who knows who he is to make a woman know her worth. Now, I will say this. Fellas, pay attention to what I'm about to say. I'm about to hurt some of y'all feelings. Us as men, we give the women the value. I lost y'all. I just lost some of y'all. Hear me out. I just lost some of y'all. Have you ever seen a woman who is beautiful or whatever dating some hood booger guy and you like, you dating that nigga there? Get the fuck out of here. Listen. I'ma hurt. See, niggas is they're already turning off the channel. They don't want to hear this. I just went from 47 to 37. They don't want to hear this shit. They don't want to hear this. Listen to me. Fellas, men and women, when they meet my wife, they look at her and they can tell, yeah, Mike is about his business. Women see my wife and they're like, I see why you crazy about this man. I get it. I could see it. Fellas, women are naturally gonna be attracted, and women, for the two women who are in here watching, if other women are attracted to your man, bravo. You should be thrilled, because part of that has to do with you and how you keep him. Women can sense when there's another woman there. Fellas, I always told you guys, have you ever noticed when you're single, you ain't got no hoes, no chicks? You be out there looking like, I see you. But the minute you get in a relationship and you in love, I'm talking about you singing to her like, see, first of all, I know these so-called players wouldn't tell you this. I'ma be real and say what's on my heart. Like, you singing to her love songs, nigga. You sitting there like, close your eyes, make a wish, and blow out the candlelight. You singing to her. The minute you get with a woman, all these chicks all of a sudden, cause they can sense the woman on you. You're not listening to me, man. You're not listening to me, man. I tell y'all, that's why a lot of guys I know, they put an engagement ring on when they go out, and they're not even married, cause they know that's called pre-selection. Damn, if another chick wanted him, he gotta be worth the damn. Women are supposed to be naturally submissive, but they're not. They're not. They're supposed to be. So they're not. But let's keep rocking.
That means pay. And treating is a type of dating. So when they say treat, that is a type of dating. It says, if you ever wonder, and I'll clean it up, if you ever wonder how it was established that men paid for the dates first.
Right, Kingdom.
The
right.
reason why we have the idea that men pay for dates first, it's because women were known to make far less.
Listen.
It was known. It was an established practice to pay women far less than they paid men, because otherwise they thought they were working to supplement the men in their lives, to supplement their fathers and families. But today, women are supposed to supplement themselves. They're paying for themselves.
Right.
So as a result, women make more. But why does the standard exist still that men pay for the first date? You see what's happening here?
Pay attention.
So they say the man is supposed to pay, but why? Because the real reason why is that women made far less. Today, women make more or equal or whatever. So these ideas that if you ask me or if I ask you, this didn't matter.
Yep.
This didn't matter at all. It was because they made far less. Today, that's not the case. You see what's happening. So women are trying to dip into a old tradition, but now they progress way past the point of needing to pay for the date. So
right.
Now they're using the system to get men to pay.
Now we get into business. You see? So fellas, hear me out. This never makes sense to me. So you're dating an independent woman. She make money. But then, yes, she still expects you to pay for everything. Then you a dumb motherfucker. You a fucking idiot. I don't give a shit. You an idiot. You an idiot if you're gonna sit here and think that it's okay for you to pay and she work. So you paying for everything, but she work. She Miss Independent. Now, what that is that's your ego. Fellas, Gotti, hear me out. I've had super beautiful women. Super beautiful. Like, don't worry, I'll come to you. No, I'll come to you. Fellas, women that are actually interested in you, they are gonna come to you. They're gonna make, hey, I'm going to this, I wanna take you out. Come on, we out. Get dressed, we going out. Fellas, if you guys are still living in the day of tradition where women are holding you to traditional standards and you allowing them to be modern women, that's your fault. That's your fault. He said, earn the subscriber. I appreciate you. That's your fault. That's your fault. If you sit there and you tolerate that, that's your fault. That ain't nobody's fault. That's your fault. Because we don't live in those times anymore. Now women are making money. Listen, you're going to pay for... See, fellas, hear me out. Tell me how this makes sense. Listen to me. We living in a time where women are like, a man got to pay all the bills, but bitch, you work. Why am I paying all the bills? So what are you going to do with your money? Oh, I could do little things here and there. No. It's not how this works. We're not doing that. Now you're gonna have to start making rules. This is why I say, ready? Because why is it that you should be depleted of your funds, but she's not depleted of hers? That don't make no sense. You a sucker. Yeah, you a sucker if you sit here and you allow women to play them tricks and games with you. Hear me out. I told you guys, my wife always tells me, she goes, if right now I wanted just to stop and do this full time, she would have no issue doing that until this popped off. All the way. She wouldn't have no issue. I have a different kind of wife though. It's a little different. But now, yes, we happen to be blessed. Both sides. We're both blessed in many ways. But it's like, cause she understands the longevity, the goal of the purpose, that this can take over things. And that's why I always tell you guys, subscribe to the channel, share the videos. Yeah, if she doesn't even offer to pay, it's a red flag. It's a fact. But you ready? I'm gonna let him keep cooking. I'm gonna let him keep cooking first. Hold up.
This is why people are uncomfortable discussing the date. This is why we're having problems with people in dating, because men look at it like this is prostitution, or this is unfair. This is uncomfortable.
It's unfair.
All right, so now let's go a little bit further. It says right here, quote, if I had to buy all my meals, I'd never get along. A young woman living in a boarding house in Hell's Kitchen told a social worker in 1915. But as these women were courted in public, efforts were undertaken to curb what authorities viewed as a potential public menace. Why? Why was this going to be a potentially public menace? Because since women were not with their husbands or fathers, they started to date more and more men. They started to date around. And this was because women needed to pay for their meals. So this is the first foodie call.
This is called double dipping, fellas. This is called double dipping. This is called double dipping, fellas. I want you to understand. Fellas, I know women, like dead ass, I know women that only go on dates with guys to eat because they can't afford it. I know chicks that would accept a date from you. Why do you think all these women now, their new thing is, you gotta take me to a restaurant, I gotta eat steak, can you spell steak? Can you afford a steak? But they expect you to do it on your dime. And they do this multiple fellas. There are some women that wouldn't eat if you didn't take them out on a date. Right. There are some women that they gas you up. You think that you're gonna get a piece of that, so you paying bills and doing. And then all of she goes, "Oh no, we're just friends. We're just fellas. Men and women are not friends. We are not friends. Men and women, we are not friends." And I keep it 1,000 with any woman. Oh, we're friends. We're not friends, mamita. I want you to understand that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want you to understand. We are not friends. We are not friends. And your lady gonna want to see you win. But also a man, that's why you have to have your shit together, so you don't have anything except the emotions. Now hear me. Now, though I kind of understand you, Gotti, but in a way I don't, because sometimes in life you have a course correction, and that's what that woman's supposed to be there for. You have a course correction, and you be like, oh, hey, wait, over here would be more beneficial in the long run. And sometimes that course correction means that your woman has to stand by you. So to only be there for the emotional, no, sometimes, fellas, hear me out. Fellas, listen to me. You want to see what a woman cares about? See where she spends her money. You want to see if a woman cares about you, fellas. Hear me out. Hear me out. I told you guys. That's why I took a picture of it. When I hit 10K subscribers, my wife allowed me to celebrate that day. I showed y'all this. I'll show it to y'all guys again in case y'all guys missed it. My wife got me this for the day. She said, "Go ahead, honey. Go enjoy yourself. Clear up, clear up." This is how I celebrated right here. Come on, clear up. Boom, right there. You want to see what a woman cares about? See where she spends her money. You ready? When my birthday comes around, when Father's Day come around, I don't get fucking socks and underwears. Like, she'll get me a Tom Ford. She'll probably go get me another gun. Get me some ammo. Fellas, I'm not getting fucking socks and white beaters. Like, you want to see if a woman cares? See where she spends her money. I told y'all. All of this shit, my wife bought it for me. The camera, I'm talking to y'all, this camera right here, monitor 1, monitor 2, monitor 3, this fucking mic stand, the microphone, all of the connection, all of this shit, she got it. If you want to see if a woman cares about you, see where she spends her money. See where she spends her money. You're gonna learn. You're gonna learn something. He goes, "Fact, I'm only 23, so I ain't really get there yet." Oh, you will. Oh, you will. You will. You will. He goes, "Tragic and sad." He goes, "Oh, hell no. Ain't no such thing as friends. No such thing as friends. Men and women cannot be friends. It's impossible. I don't care what nobody says. You could fight all y'all want." Boom, boom. He said, "Lauren." I'm not sure who Lauren is, but okay. He goes, "I remember that day." Yeah. Bro, he was my wife. My wife. It was me on my anniversary. He said, "I feel like I got flown out." Bro, that's the best feeling in the world. That's the best feeling in the world. When you know your wife ain't trying to skim. Your lady, she ain't trying to sit here and buy you. You ain't got she ain't get you the Jordans. She got you the fucking, she didn't get you the Michael Jordan sneakers. She got you the Montel Jordan sneakers. The Jordan, the dunk like this. She got you the one where the nigga is doing the fucking windmill. She got you the Montel Jordans. My wife is different. I'm telling y'all guys. Huh? Yes, mama. I'm maybe getting ready to do your nails. I know. Huh? I'm sorry. Oh, okay. I got you, mama. I got you.
Like McLaren.
Oh, like Laren, like McLaren. Okay, I got you. Yeah. Like I tell y'all, man, some of y'all niggas go to the clubs. Listen, y'all guys go to the club to celebrate with a Corona. That's what my wife does for me. She goes, "Go enjoy yourself. Just go drive around. Go, just go." You know what I'm saying? Like I can't be mad. I can't be mad. She also paid for my tattoos. Like, I hear you. Yeah. Done clean time. It says done cleaning time to jump on 2K nights. Listen, I hear you. Yeah, I'll be on 2K in a minute. This is more important right now. He said I had this one shorty invest in my clothing line though. She saw me making clothes and she paid. Listen, I'm trying to tell you. Look where she spends her money, y'all. And you guys are gonna know. Ready? When my wife turns around and says, I believe in what you're doing. And then I come home to this shit right here. My true Hall of Fame pendant. Crazy. Mind-blowing
This
shit.
woman said, if it wasn't for dating, this is how I feed myself. If I had to buy all my meals, I'd never get along. So in essence, this is the first bind.
I'm in a bind.
This is Fixes Binds LLC, 1915. The woman is starting to use dates to pay for her meals. The first finesse, the first foodie calls. And some of them begin to have sex based on these dates. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. So now you have a public menace. Today, this still exists.
Fellas, if you meet a woman and she tells you, I'm just dating, run. I need to start using my stream deck. I need that sound. Run. What was it? Marlon was like, run. Like, I need to start just hitting sounds, bro, because this is funny. This is getting out of control already.
Women are using men for foodie calls. It is said like almost half of dates are the woman has no intentions or interest in the guy. Yep. She's just using it to get food.
Told you.
She basically saying this.
Can't you get it through your thick skull that I'm broke?
Yep.
Dead, flat, stony broke. I've got $3.85 in my purse.
Now, am I hitting a home run so far? Oh, it gets a little bit deeper. We're going to go a little bit deeper into it.
Right. It gets worse.
We're going to go a little bit deeper into it because this started to make a problem. What is the problem here? What is the problem with this? This is going to make a problem. It says right here.
And this is confusing men.
In the early 1900s, vice commissions. You know what vice commissions are? These are people that investigate crimes related to drugs and prostitution and human trafficking and shit like that. Vice commissions across the country sent police and undercover investigators to check out spots where people went to make dates. This is according to Weigel, the author here. As early as 1905, private investigators hired by a group of progressive do-gooders in New York City were taking notes on what we can now recognize as the dating avant-garde. She recalls the report of one such special agent staking out at the Strand Hotel in Midtown, who noted that the women that he was spying on did not seem like prostitutes per se, but were concerning nonetheless. Okay, all right, they not really like prostitutes. They're not just harassing regular Johns, but this still is concerning.
Yep.
And it says right here, of the store employees, telephone girls, stenographers, etc., he noted that their morals are loose. And there is no question that they are on terms of sexual intimacy with their male companions. So they're doing the same thing as the prostitutes are doing. They're not on the corner. They're not seemingly disturbing anybody. They're having sex, right? The sex is being had, which is really passé at that point publicly.
Yep.
But we don't know. They're not causing a menace. They're not causing a scene about it. But these arrangements don't seem to be romantically linked. They seem to be these women are fixing the bind. Right. They're getting their binds fixed.
Right.
So the JUCO he's like, it's not really prostitution, but they're getting fed and getting fucked. Like, what's going on?
Same thing. See, they can't differentiate it. It cannot. There is no difference between dating and prostitution. There is none. They were trying to be discreet.
I've been saying this for a long time. People don't want to listen to me, but I got the evidence today. It gets deeper. So heavy was the concern that the loose, immoral women might harm society that in 1910, John D. Rockefeller Jr.
New world order.
Okay, the son of the Standard Oil founder and baron, funded investigations into the commercialized vice industries of more than a dozen American cities. So they went to at least a dozen American cities to figure out what these girls were doing, because it was causing loose, immoral behavior.
Now, I will say this, fellas. Why do you think I tell you guys? Why do you think when Mother's Day come around, the commercials get, "You love David's bridal. Every kiss begins with cake. Take her to dinner. This beautiful restaurant." And then they have the music in the background. Nee, 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 nee. They dancing in the snow. And it's like all this. But when Father's Day comes around, burn him, get that a tool, burn him. He gonna cut and mow the lawn. Fellas, hear me out, bro. This is called target marketing. Ready? Have you guys ever noticed? Look at the next Olive Garden commercial. Look at the next Olive Garden. The woman is always ha ha ha, so laughing, and she's everything, cause they sell it to women. This is what you need to be doing. You gotta be going here. You gotta go there. You gotta go here, fellas. If we don't spend the money, the economy fails. You know that, right? I keep telling y'all guys that. He goes, they literally sharpen our life from childhood to they shaped. I hear you 100%. I hear you. Listen, I want y'all to understand. Why do you think they don't want to stop this? Why do you think they're trying to force men back into relationships? Because this is also hurting fellas. We are good with the 1-bedroom apartment, nice couch and living room, nice little view, scenery view. We good. Women want the big house. Oh, I need all this space because the dog needs his own room. And you have 2 sons, but they need their own rooms. They're boys. Put them in the same fucking room. You have 2 girls. Put them in the same room. No, they need their own room. Fellas, you spend money when you're in a relationship. This is the reason why they need you in a relationship. But when you single, the money stops. Why? Because us as men, we want to save money. We want to buy cars. We want to go on trips. We take our money outside of the country. Y'all not listening to me, man. Y'all not listening to me.
All right, the women started fucking like crazy to get fed. And so the women that are saying, well, just because you take me on a date doesn't mean that you get sex. That is, again, a manipulation of the system.
Yep.
Because it's like the dating apps. This is not a hookup. I'm not here for a hookup. Again, a manipulation of the system.
Yep.
This is clearly a hookup app. Yep. Now you're coming in here to manipulate it.
Yeah, chicks will be on Tinder like, I'm here looking for love. You're on Tinder. Stop. Like, stop. She come outside looking like a whole whore. You could damn near see, like, she got to keep on pulling her skirt down. I'm here looking for a traditional man. I'm looking for love. Fellas, this is manipulation. And whose fault is this? Your fault. Because you're allowing yourself to be, fellas, hear me out. When you take a woman out with you, there's supposed to be an exchange. Fellas, I don't care what nobody say.
Because you get in front of more men. Now you're forcing them to go down this traditional route because to benefit you. So
nope.
They're saying the women are doing the same thing here. They're not courting. They're not looking for husbands. They're just trying to fuck for food. Or whatever they're fucking for. Money or whatever it is.
And fellas, stop taking women who are not your women to restaurants. Stop taking women who are not your women on vacation trips. It doesn't work like that. Vacation trips are for women that are yours. While y'all are in the talking process and y'all guys are getting to know each other, you're not going on trips and vacation. That's the dumbest thing that you can do. All you're doing is giving her a free trip. She has to earn the right to your money. She has to earn the right to all of these things.
And it says, it sounds like a joke until you learn that some women were thrown in jail for this horrible crime. And it says right here, by the mid 1910s, women on dates came to be known as charity girls. Charity girls. All the YouTubers are about to steal this shit and run with it. What is a charity girl? A charity girl is since they took no money for the favors, they were perceived to be giving it away as charity. And by the 1920s, the prostitutes at New York's Strand Hotel complained that charity girls were putting them out of business.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've been saying this, dating stems from prostitution.
Yep.
So much so that the women that were not getting money, they were just getting gifts in restaurants and tickets to events. As you heard, the prostitutes felt that the girls were undercutting their business.
Because now, all you got to do is pay a bill, take care of certain things, and you'll have access to this woman. You're not listening, y'all. You're not paying attention.
Come on. They're like, these girls, they giving up free punani. But it wasn't really free. No, it wasn't free. Them guys were paying in a certain way. They just weren't giving them the money directly to hand.
Yep.
I've been saying this. It's directly or indirectly. It's the same thing. Directly or indirectly.
Now, I will say this, fellas. The older the woman, if she sits there and tries to hit you with that Steve Harvey 90 days, I'll wait 90 days, fellas, run. Fellas, if y'all falling for this shit with the older woman and she's trying to be like, oh no, I wait like 3-4 dates, fellas, if you think that this chick if you think that this chick never had a one night stand, y'all niggas is fooling yourselves. If right now she was to see Drake, she's sleeping with Drake tonight. Simple.
It's the same thing. So the women who are now what they let me go.
That's like the girl who became famous, that all the chicks rebelled against her, where she was like, yeah, you know, I met Drake and I was in the studio and Drake said for me to strip and strip tease for him, and I started stripping, but you know, I did it because I really like music and I wanted to get into the music industry, and I didn't want to do it, but I did it because it's Drake, man. He can change my life. Are you blaming Drake? Like, are you blaming Drake for working so hard to get to this status that now you know who he is and you would do whatever you gotta do because it's Drake? Like I said, fellas, women will break their own rules for the men that they choose and that they deem valuable. So if she could break the rules for Drake, you're breaking the rules for me. Guess what? Now you can go do these little games, them other coward niggas after me. But right now, this is what we're gonna do. We listen, if you eat, I beat. Listen, I'm just saying it like that. I'm just keeping listening. If you eat, I beat. I'm sorry. Let's just call it a spade a spade. If you're gonna have a good time, then we're gonna. I'm gonna treat you to a good time, and you're gonna treat me to a good time. Straight up. I'm sorry.
Go back to this because this is important. It says right here, these women were store employees, telephone girls, stenographers, secretaries, and the like. So these are normal girls. These are regular girls, young girls, you know, in the city, sex in the city. These aren't like prostitutes and strags and skeezers. The strags, skeezers, and prostitutes were mad at the regular girls, the nice girls, for ruining their business. They're like, these girls are messing up our business. These guys would normally be with me, but now they're paying for the regular girl to turn them out. And these regular girls are still ending up at the hotel with their legs up like a goalpost. See what's happening? So these are public girls. This is why we have today. Women are in public acting like prostitutes. But then they can say, but I'm not a prostitute. I'm a good girl. I'm dating. I just do this. I'm just dating. But dating around is simply just prostitution. I mean, when you have sex with all the alphas and you date up and you're looking for a high value man and you're giving up sex and he paid you and he treated you, he fixed the bind. This is all just prostitution. It's all the same. It's all the same. There's no difference, guys. I mean, you might think it's difference to feel better and you might think I'm coping, but here's the evidence right here. It's all the same. It's the same thing. It was so much the same that the prostitutes were like, what are these girls doing? Charity girls. They're messing up our business. And another one says, at a Bedford reformatory, an institution founded to rehabilitate female delinquents in upstate New York. An Irish woman told her jailers again and again that she had never taken money from men. Instead, men took her to Coney Island to dances and picture shows.
Movies.
Woo! Wait! Morgan in here triggered. She trying to cope. Morgan in here trying to cope. Hey.
Now, Cobra, you just said something. This is a fact. I always tell you guys that this is the difference between men and women. Men look at younger men and see themselves in younger men. Older women look at younger women and see themselves as younger women. Like I always said to you guys, I could look at a young man and be like, you're going the wrong way, boy. You're not going to win that way. You're going the wrong way. Turn it around. Come over here. You're going the wrong way. But an older woman looks at a younger girl and she's like, I still look good just like you. It's competition. That young girl is her competition versus her looking at her like, let me give her the ropes. She rather watch that girl go forward to her demise because she's jealous and she's envious. It happens. I've been warning y'all about this.
She said, I never took money. He never paid me for sex. But he did take me to dances and picture shows and movies, and he did take me here, and he brought me, he did go shopping. He treated me. He bought me flowers and candies and roses. He bought food for me. He took me to the grocery store. He filled me up. He told me to buy.
That's prostitution.
Bruh. You hear this? Do you hear this? So the woman is like, I didn't take any money. I'm not a prostitute. But he simply just gave me gifts and tickets and sports events, and he just did this. He took me to the club, a bar, a lounge. He bought me drinks. Do you see? The pay is still there. And at this point, they're going, but he's still paid. All right, this is still going to cost.
And this is how the courts look at it. You're still paying. You're still paying for it, fellas. You're still paying for it. You took around, you didn't put money in a pocket, but y'all guys have an intimate relationship. You paying for things. This is prostitution.
Cause a problem. When you talk about courting,
But women don't want to admit it because it hurts them, because they know what they're doing. But when women know that you know what they're doing, it bothers them.
Far gone from courting at this point. It's ridiculous. And a lot of these women were minors, like 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, these women were young women. He gave me free stuff. I opened my legs. What's the problem? All right, and they're like, this is going to cause a major rift in our community.
But listen, y'all, I got to stop it right here. I will do a part 2 to this, hopefully maybe tomorrow morning or like a late night stream or something. I'll figure it out. I appreciate everybody tuned in. I gotta take it down. The missus got to get ready to go do her nails. I'll speak to you on the next one. Thank you for everybody tuned in. Thank you guys so much. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel. Y'all already know, man. I'll see you on the next one. Y'all through Sabe. 1.